Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 6th of December for the Sun or the Ascendant. As ever, I'm going to give you the overview of the big influences of this week, but please stay with me because then I'll dive deep and in forensic detail give you each of the 12 zodiac sign forecasts. So this week begins with the Sun and Mercury still in the expansive sign of Sagittarius, and the energy of last week's total solar eclipse in Sagittarius is still reverberating around our situations in a very potent way. This gives us the desire to break out, be free, be independent, be a bit more physically active, or research things, download extra knowledge. Very exciting stuff. But the Sun and Neptune are going to be squared by the dreamy and sometimes deceptive energies of Neptune in the sign of Pisces. So that's house 12, and the Sun and Mercury are in house 9. You know that old saying of fact being stranger than fiction? I think that's one that we can bear in mind this week, because things that we might ordinarily shrug off can seem that much more aggravating and get under our skin, or someone could make a drama out of something that really doesn't deserve that level of energy. But there are some really super influences this week too, not least the fact that Mars is forging a stunning link with Venus and Pluto, and that's really going to come up to the boil on Saturday when Venus becomes exact in its conjunction with Pluto. It's going to be repeated on Christmas Day. The reason for that is that Venus goes into a retrograde on the 19th of December. So something to do with a financial or business matter that's going in a progressive direction could really gain traction this week very helpfully. Maybe it's a fated relationship that's also gaining extra energy and dynamism. This could even have a sexual component to it if there is someone that you're strongly drawn to who's very charismatic and has quite an intense aura about them. After all, Mars and Pluto are the rulers jointly of the sign of Scorpio, so we should expect a degree of intensity from that. But also Jupiter is in a right angle with Mars too this week. I think this can actually be a lot better. It's just suggesting that perhaps we're not over optimistic with our resources. Mars in the 8th house is about the longer term financial situation. Jupiter's in the friendly sign of Aquarius. So we might decide to go out and have a jolly good time with a group of people, if it's allowed, wherever you are, and it could turn out to be fun, but also perhaps a little excessive on the enjoyment side of things. But as the week draws to a close, there is a quarter moon in Pisces, very close to Neptune, and that sense that things are kind of really hypersensitive is really going to be emphasised. So if we can, we need to fact check things in a big way this week. Even our own stories can start going off at tangents. We can feed them with our imaginations in quite a destructive way if we let them. But also this could be a great week for tuning into our dreams, our night dreams, and really gaining some solace from meditation or anything that's peaceful or to do with healing. And we could find ourselves becoming really wrapped by one strand of that. So an exciting week, a week when we still want to change things up, be a bit freer spirited, but we just need to be aware of the more subconscious or psychological influences of Neptune, which can distort our reality. Now, please stay with me for your in-depth forecast, but if you are new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. This means every time I launch a video, you'll get an alert. Also, if you'd like to get your free written daily horoscope fired to your device each morning, you can do by signing up on the subscription link beneath this video, totally free. And also with year 2022 literally just around the celestial corner, if you've yet to get your forecast for next year based on your time, date and place of birth, please see my special offer below. You can get the rest of this year free, what's left, and also you can get a character analysis and 30% off. And this is going to see you embrace more serious astrology, rise above your zodiac sign forecast, and give you real gripping insights into what the next year holds. Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your in-depth forecast for week commencing the 6th of December. Now the Sun and Mercury are still in the sign of Sagittarius, and we're still surfing that potent energy of that total solar eclipse from last week. And this is the part of your horoscope that's to do with the more sensitive strands of life, to do with healing, our psychological makeup, and anything to do with reflection. And it is an opportunity this week to think about some things from your past. Perhaps you may even be a little nostalgic as you write out some Christmas cards to people who've not been able to see due to COVID or who are no longer with you. But Neptune, the planet of dreams, is in your sector of everyday communication, and it's angling up to the position of the Sun and also of Mercury. And in fact, by the end of the week, when we have a quarter moon in Pisces, it's right by Neptune. So this suggests that something can really reach a peak of sensitivity in your situation, which is quite a contrast to the other set of energies unfolding in your situation, because Jupiter in your sector of everyday expenses, but also money, well, that's forging a flamboyant link to Mars in your sector of friendship, and that could give you the desire to go out and splash out and have great fun with the people you really enjoy being with. And of course, Mars is also connecting with Venus and Pluto in your sign. So there could be someone in your circle that's having more and more of an impact. And perhaps there is a physical attraction to this association. But the position of the Sun and Mercury and their angle to Neptune and the quarter moon suggests that there's a kind of misty, shifting, rather hard to pin down energy swirling around everything this week. So fact can be stranger than fiction, as I said before, but also things that ordinarily you might just shrug off could get under your skin a great deal more. But equally, there could be someone that you're being drawn more to more and more of the time, but for now you may want to keep it between yourselves. But it could be a very hot streak of attraction that's arcing between you. But what about if you're in an existing relationship? Well, the Sun and Mercury in the 12th house is about trust. And if there's a lack of trust in your relationship, you may find it's a friendship or some kind of new interest or pursuit, or following your own mores is going to give you a certain degree of security. But if something needs to be dealt with, it may just be a little bit difficult to just untangle it all. It might really prove quite tricky to get to the bottom of what's really essential this week, despite the fact that there can be this huge welter of very dynamic energy too.